This is Lori Hartfield here with how to make a blog using Google Blogger. So once you know what your audience, who your audience is going to be and what your content is going to be, you can name your blog and decide after you create it who sees it and how you want to share it. If you haven't already created it, you would click on New Blog in the blogger.com homepage. You'd give it a title. You'd also give it the address, and then it'll check to see if that domain is available. If it is, you'll have a little blue box with a check in it. I don't recommend that you customize it right away with a template. I think you could probably wait until later on for that, and then you'd create your blog. Now, I have several blogs that I've created for different purposes, and that's kind of fun because you'll see them all in one dashboard. And what I would like to show you next is an overview of a blog that I've had up for a while. And what I like about this is when you first click on the overview for the blog, you're able to see the page views, you're able to see how many published comments, how many posts, and it's a nice overview. And especially if you have students that are allowed to post to your blog, this is a nice quick place with an overview where you can look at all the comments that have been posted, and you can manage them this way. You can also go into the settings and you can click on posts and comments, and that's going to enable you to set the settings about who can comment and whether or not you want to moderate the comments. And you might want to think about, having students comment on a blog versus if you're going to be setting up Google Classroom. I think that's more of a closed environment, and you might want to have them. They can also do some commenting there, because now that I have Google Classroom, I have most of my students primarily do the commenting on the Google Classroom environment. So you can also just set the comments to be that nobody's allowed to comment. Okay, so once you decide that what you want to post, you can just click New Post several ways from the overview. You could click right here on New Post. You can click the pencil, and you could create a post. And once you're in the post editing screen, you can just give your post a title. I'm going to call mine Spirit Update. And you can also, post some content, maybe write a paragraph. And then publish it. Before you do that, you can also, what I think is really cool, is you could set a date and time to publish your post if you want to set it into the future. So that's kind of handy. You can also, if you really wanted your posts to be searchable on the web, this would be the place where you could add some labels to get it to be searched with keywords. Okay, so then you can publish your post. And one big thing that's fun to do once you decide, you start getting some posts going, is you can work on the design of your blog. And you could do anything from a very simple, quick template, and this is something that I've done in the past with the Spirit program in Lindell. I've posted some questions, kids have answered. And then this is a relatively new one that I just did for this class, where I just kind of got a little more crazy with the design. And so that's a lot of fun. You can click here for design and customize, and that's where you can really have some fun times, like changing the backgrounds. You can add images. If you want to upload an image, you can customize. Each template has its own kind of color range. If you wanted to do that, you could choose different colors. You can set the background image if you wanted to just make it a specific image. You can change the text and the fonts for each section. It goes like section by section here. You can change so many different components of the colors and things that you want to do. You can try those things and preview it on the blog, see what they look like, and have a lot of fun with that. I don't want to make any changes right now, so I'm going to leave. And that's the basics of creating your blog to communicate with your students, or to have your students leave comments and feedback. Thank you.